She drew her knife from her belt and cut away a slab of comb, tucking it into her satchel. She raised the knife to cut more, then faltered as a wave of sudden faintness washed over her. Greta fumbled for the tree, balance lost, breath hissing as the blade sliced her hand. 3 bright drops of blood, a deep and startling crimson, fell onto her apron. She stared at it, removed from the pain, fascinated by the sight of the blood mingling with honey and the remnants of the morning's baking, ginger and cinnamon, rosewater and cloves, upon the pale linen. A bitter taste rose in her mouth. Her throat burned and her gaze blurred, until it was not an apron she was seeing, but a spreading of winter snow. Not her blood, but someone else's. 3 drops, and more. Much, much more. She removed the coif from her hair and used it to bind her hand, then forced herself to cut the honeycomb she had come for, clumsily thrusting the sticky chunks into the satchel along with her knife. For a heart's beat, her eyes cleared, and she glimpsed a shadow through the trees below. A shadow in the shape of a woman. Greta gasped, lost her footing, and fell. The powdery crunch of snow beneath her, a surge of cold, the breath pushed from her lungs. Black branches above, and a winter-grey sky. Then, nothing. Spring green leaves sharpened slowly against a blue sky. The scent of crushed larkspurs and the drowsy hum of the bees. Greta sat up gingerly, tested each of her limbs. Nothing damaged. Her satchel lay nearby. She slipped its strap over her shoulder and got to her feet, brushing the forest from her skirt. When had the bird stopped singing? Greta had the distinct sensation that she was not alone, that someone, or something, was watching her. The air at the back of her neck turned to ice. Slow as winter, she turned. The bear was enormous. Larger, surely, than any of God's creatures had a right to be. The mound of muscle atop its sloping shoulders meant it reared tall as a common man. Its black fur gleamed. It gave a long, dusky breath, then horribly swung toward her, enormous paws strangely silent on the forest floor. Closer and closer it came, until Greta felt its warm breath and smelled its earthy animal scent. Her heart crashed against her ribs. Her body screamed at her to run, to get down the mountain and behind the safety of her own door. But she remembered tales from the hunt. Wolves, boars. Any predator will attack when its prey flees. It is instinct, a command surging in the blood, nameless and ancient. To run is to die. The bear nosed Greta's sticky sweet hand, licking the honey away. It was gentle as a lamb, and yet one strike was all it would take. A single blow with one huge paw to kill her where she stood. Fear crushed her in its claws. The world filled with muscle and fur as the bear shunted yet closer. Would it devour her now or drag her, half dead, into the woods? Wisdom failed. She staggered backward, tripped, and sprawled on her rump in the ferns. Curled herself up and cowered against the earth. Words came to her unbidden, tumbling from her mouth. Leaf that's green, earth and air, protect me, forest fair. She took a rasping breath. Darkness, devil, death, and fear, get thee gone from here. They were old words and strange, springing forth from the depths of her memory like startled birds, but they were good. Her mother had taught them to her. Of that much she was certain, though Greta could not say when. She said the words again, faster. Leaf that's green, earth and air, protect me, forest fair. Darkness, devil, death and fear, get thee gone from here. Again and again, each time waiting for the bear's claws to rake her body, for its teeth to tear into the back of her neck. Hours passed, it seemed. Days.